When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Friday, September 19th. And boys, we have entered post-Fed meeting world. I think everyone can breathe for the first time. Oh, I can't even talk. First time in 90 days or so. But what is going on this morning?
Nothing too much. Just hanging out, and it's Friday. Everybody loves a good Friday, right?
Absolutely.
Let's make it happen, boys. Let's make it happen.
I love on a nice sunny day in the Berg. Anthony's backyard looks just perfect. Absolutely perfect.
I think I do have to throw out there that I don't think there's bad days in the Berg. We probably have some of the best weather in the country. It's only rained 3 days since like July 28th. So
you call me in January, friend, and we'll say that Pittsburgh never has a bad day. Okay?
Remember episode 275, Anth. We'll check back in. You might be out there in January.
Everybody's grass looks terrible, though, dude. We need that rain, you know? Once you hit 47, you start driving around and you start admiring people's lines in their lawns, dude, and you don't see anybody. There's a few.
I hear you. I don't even say hi to people anymore. I ask them how many times they've cut their grass since July 15th. That's my first question, everybody.
Well, good thing you don't have to cut the grass, Tom, because it seems like business is going to pick up. Everyone's excited over the rate cut. Yes, the Fed did exactly what was anticipated. They cut their rates by 25 basis points. The only bad news is the mortgage rates really didn't react. We kind of were anticipating that because, again, like we said, it's been priced into the mortgage rates for a couple weeks now, but they have dropped. They are lower than they have been this whole year, and now is the time to get going so you can get into your home before the end of the year.
Yeah, there's no time to delay on that. I mean, we've been saying it for months on here. Now is the time to buy before everybody else comes back, and we're going to say it again. The rates have dropped. The media is talking. Saw news articles. I've heard the news anchors talking about it. Rates have dropped, yes. But the anchors here on AM Chatter have been saying that for 8 weeks. So do not delay. Give us a call because we're all working this weekend. We talked before this call. We're all working this weekend and ready to take your phone calls.
That's it, right, Anth? I mean, we're here. We got the rate drop. Now we're going to see the public coming in, hopefully, to the market. But so far, the market has done exactly what we were anticipating. But now we just have to see, do the rates hold or do they bounce up like they've been doing the last couple times we've gotten to this point?
You know, it's a solid question, and I wish I knew the exact answer because I'd be placing some bets on that. But, you know, we talked yesterday, and, you know, if you look at the trend from the last 3 Fed cuts, you know, they've gone up, you know, five to 10 days after, you know, the Fed cut their rates. So since October. So let's wait and see. Hopefully everything stays steady. But, you know, get in now before those multiple offers. We say it all the time. And you're going to be very upset if you're not really saving much money because you got to pay more for the house than what you could now.
Absolutely. And we're getting over one hurdle. We got over the interest rate hurdle. I think we've talked it to death here. We all know where they are. You should be buying. Now, the next hurdle we need to get over is affordability and the cash needed to close. We all hear it. The public says it all the time, talking about 20% down, 20% down, 20% down. Everyone wants to put 20% down so they don't have that dreaded mortgage insurance. No one wants to pay the mortgage insurance because it does nothing good for the buyer. I hear you. We want you to have the best mortgage payment as possible. But the problem is we have folks who bought a house in 1980 trying to give folks who are buying a house in 2025 ideas of what to do. And that's wrong because in 1980, 20% down might have been the best way to go. But now that may not be the case. Anthony has been leading the charge again on a method called buying out your mortgage insurance. What that means is you're allowed to pay a one-time fee at closing, a discounted fee, mind you, at closing to never have mortgage insurance, no matter what your down payment is. You can put 5% down on a conventional loan, buy out your mortgage insurance, never have mortgage insurance with 5% down. And I bet that buyer, if they did that, now we're probably going to use those savings to buy down the rate to offset the payment, but I bet they're going to have a whole lot of money in their pocket after closing in lieu of spending it all at 20% down.
Yeah, I mean, it's a valid option. I mean, when I talk to clients and I give them those options, the 20% or doing, say, 15% down and buying out the PMI, they're really astonished, actually, because they didn't know, for one, that was an option. For two, they're still able to buy out that PMI, use a little bit to buy down the rate, and they're still saving money. They're liquid. They're saving that money, keeping it in the bank for, reserves, cash flow, paying off other debt, which is saving them more money. So, making sure who you work with matters, and we say it all the time, one of us is going to go through those options. Many lenders will not. It's usually this is one program. This is what's available to you. And, ultimately, depending on who you're working with on the agent side, they may say, hey, 20% down is the best you should do for a better offer. That shouldn't have anything to do with your offer. That's not netting the seller anymore, whether you do 20% down or 15. But we're definitely going to look at your options and show them to you so you can make a financial decision that works best for you, because you're the one paying that mortgage and you're the one spending that money.
And the biggest thing, too, is if you have money in investments, you're pulling funds out of investments to put down for a reason that you're just getting bad information on, where if you put less down, bought out the mortgage insurance, kept your money in that money-making account, sheesh, over 20 years, it would be way better of X amount of years to keep that money in that money-making account, Tom, rather than just throwing it down and thinking old school, oh, I just have to put 20% down because I don't want to pay mortgage insurance.
Yeah, I think we spell it out clearly on chatter here. There are multiple options for people. Not everybody's the same, and that's why you need to talk to a professional. You trying to navigate it yourself, you'll never be able to figure it out. There's way too many options, and too many things can happen. So talking to us, we're going to give you those different examples, and we're going to show you the best way to move forward.
And it might be the personal feel, right? That person, that buyer may just like to keep the funds in the bank, and they didn't even know it was an option. I get it. Hey, I don't want to pay that mortgage insurance because I feel it's really a waste. It's really not doing anything for me. I get that. I totally get that, but understand there is another option. You could literally save tens of thousands of dollars, Ann, if you did one of the options to buy out the mortgage insurance. And just so you understand, it's not free if you buy it out. It is a one-time fee. Everything's based off of credit score, down payment, loan amount. It's going to be different for every buyer. But if we do those options, I think people would be shocked of how much money you could save in lieu of putting the 20% down.
Yeah. So, hey, one more thing. I know you guys just noticed me walk away, but
he's gloating. And
the chili cook-off, baby. It's coming back. It's coming back. West Penn chili cook-off. We announced the date. Make sure you know I'm coming back for the title.
We do have our chili cook-off the day after Halloween this year. I got a text message. Hey, do we have to buy a trophy? I said, no. The trophy will be added on every year, the person's name. So Tom will be bringing the trophy back. We'll see
who's it this weekend, baby.
We'll see whose name gets added to the trophy. But very excited for chili cook-off this year.
I'm going to tone my spice down a little bit so it's not as spicy this time around. Might be taking that trophy, Tom.
That's funny. I kind of was planning on bringing a secret bottle of Tabasco, and I was just going to go around to everyone else's sprinkling in Tabasco without you guys knowing. And be like, man, this one's too hot. This one's too hot. And
That's a solid move.
Completely sabotage everyone. I go off the
Save that for the community. Save that for the community chili cook-off, not this one. Come on.
All right, boys. Lots of good fun there. We'll talk more chili cook-off. If you need anything over the weekend, pre-approvals, pricing options, questions, give us a call. We'll see you after the weekend.
See you guys.
Later.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony. Oh,